Castor Crowns Inc. Another beautiful sunny day. Family advocacy, entertainment, education. Topics we like to definitely indulge in. We're going to talk a little bit about entertainment a little bit. And let's think about something. It's going to be entertainment, but it's rooted in family advocacy. Now, why wouldn't we advocate for families? Why wouldn't we want men and women to know how spectacular they are and how truly powerful and mighty they are when they deal with each other in the proper way, and how we can actually make history together, and how we can bring forth children into the world who change the world. I mean, we're the ones who taught the world what love is all about. Our stories of love are the ones that have shaken the world, right? We're the ones. So why wouldn't we advocate for men and women dealing with each other rightfully? The only people who would be against that are monsters. And we don't like monsters. So, I want to think about something. There's these sayings that always come around to cause dissension, division, schism in the body. These sayings that's spoken usually appear as if it's protecting or defending one side, but against the other. And to a naive mind, you would look at it and go, oh, that's right. They're speaking up on the behalf of false. They're not speaking up on the behalf of anybody. When you want to cause division, you don't cause division because you prefer or like one side. You hate both parties. But the only way you can dismantle both parties is if they're broken up, as if there is some destruction or devastation to the foundation. That's what you have to do. There has to be some form of infiltration to cause the separation, or to take advantage of someone who may be vulnerable, meaning susceptible to attacks at that time. But when you're a deceiver, you're not going to be aggressive. You're going to appear to be caring. That's what you're going to appear to be thoughtful. That's what you're going to appear to be friendly. That's what you're going to appear to be. All the while, there's nothing but torment on your mind on what you're going to do to one or both of the individuals of that party. That plays out time and time again. There's a saying now, it's been going around for a little bit, about black men not protecting black women. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. However, where are the stories of these husbands that are just running away from their wives in time of danger? Or these boyfriends that are just running away from their girlfriends in times of danger? Where is the threat? And all of a sudden, the husband or the boyfriend just runs away. Where is it at? Right? Where is the case after case after case? I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. So if you're talking about, well, when it comes down to society and in a community level, well, communities mind their business. Society minds their business as a whole. People mind their business. And if you think about on a community level, there's story after story. Jackson State just had one. New Mexico University had one. I think that was last year, maybe 2 years ago. Florida had one. Bronx, New York has had one. A Dunkin' Donuts, a McDonald's. There's stories after stories of an actual black woman who called people to her defense or her support or her protection. And things got worse. They didn't get better. So this notion that black men all of a sudden are failing black women from protecting them is a farce. And this is not spoken by people who care for or who are in favor of black women. Let's think about a woman who said she doesn't need protection, but everybody said black men got to protect black women. That was Jada Pinkett Smith. She says she doesn't need anybody to protect her. But the simple, naive, vulnerable crowd ran to her so-called protection, defense, whatever it was. And look at how people typically speak about Jada Pinkett Smith. Now compare that to how people speak about Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian was a married woman, separated from her husband, sleeping with another man, had that man in her and her husband's house, had that man in the presence of her children, even had her children sitting on that man's lap. And what did the public do? Largely protected her, defended her. Men even came out and said, I've got daughters. Now, if my daughter ever was like Kim Kardashian, I would be a very, very sad man. But nevertheless, that's who people came to defend. Kim Kardashian. That's who they came to support. A married woman separated from her husband who was sleeping with another man in her and her husband's house. She wasn't divorced. Now look how they talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. A married woman separated from her husband who was sleeping with another man in her and her husband's house. Now, why don't they speak about them the same way? We're the guys running to the forefront to say, hey, I got daughters. See? You see the division? You got to recognize the propaganda. People who are speaking up on your behalf and you don't know them, they're not a trusted source in your life, you've got to question their intentions. You got to think about, wait a minute, why exactly are they doing this?